ama-abortion engiwenzile for impilo yami yonke. Hawuyezi.
Vault opening. Welcome to the vault. Hello! What is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle and this is the vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys, and in today's video, or rather this video, we are going to be talking about the situation that came about in the beginning of this week. Zodwa Wabantu, right? Now, you guys obviously know from my past videos how I feel about Zodwa Wabantu. I don't think highly of the woman, nor am I fond of her and her naked gyrating and performances in stripper ways or whatever the hell she is, right? But she did come out in her reality show saying that she has had 11 abortions, which means that she terminated 11 pregnancies. Now, I've told you guys on numerous occasions that I am absolutely pro-choice. In the back of my mind, I do have my reservations about this and that, but I feel like depending on a person's circumstances, you never know what a person's circumstances are or why they have to do what it is that they have to do. So I'm not going to judge her. As a matter of fact, when I think about it, and I've seen so many people on other videos and comments bashing her, as in, you were pregnant 11 other times apart from the living child that you have, and you terminated your pregnancies 11 times? How could you do that? Why didn't you prevent, or why didn't you use a condom and stuff like that? The only question that came to my mind, honestly, when I heard this information is, and I'm sorry if I'm nasal, I still have a bit of the flu, was it with the same man? Or did she have 11 terminations with 11 different men? That's honestly the one question that came to my mind. Which then brings me back to what I want to say. I cannot judge Zodwa Wabantu. I don't know her situation or her circumstances. However, I do know the woman that she has become. In my opinion, very thottish and hoish. A stripper, if you will. An exotic dancer. I don't know what she is. I really don't know what her job title is. You know, she's a performer. A sex performer, if you will. But I've seen some clips of her on the internet where men will even grope, from what I've seen, her vajayjay while she's performing. And I mean, it gets really deep. And she's just shaking her thing, no underwear. When people are in that kind of environment, people are drunk. I mean, what man is not going to try to reach out and touch you? You know, stick a finger in there type of situation. It's kind of crazy. But with her saying that she had 11 abortions, I think to myself, what if in some of those instances, or maybe even all, it wasn't a situation that was favorable? For people out there that are saying that you could have prevented, you could have done this, that, and the other. What if there was sexual assault in those situations? What if? Because then you look at her life. I don't know if it's after or even with her celebrity status, if those abortions were happening. But then you just look at her whole situation and you're like, what if she was assaulted throughout her life? And that is the reason why she did what she did. Maybe she wasn't educated. You can say now, today, that, yeah, fine, you can go to the clinic and get prevention, this, that, and the other. It's so easy. But what if she wasn't educated? And I remember in the beginning of her reality show, I think she did say that her upbringing wasn't all that favorable, right? So what if it was a situation where she couldn't speak up, or she had to do these backdoor things, or I don't know, embarrassment, shame, abuse, you know what I mean? What if? And that is what led her to get all these terminations. I just feel like if we can be very lenient on so many things, even the dark things like witchcraft and so on and so forth, and people are very lenient, not even lenient, but leaning towards those type of activities, why can we not use our brain cells? Because I guess I know for a fact there's a lot of people that don't have those brain cells. They're zombies, and they're very pretentious and great actors and actresses, especially on these YouTube streets. Fakers that will lie right through their teeth, and their followers will believe. Right? Why can't we get to a point and say that we don't know a person's circumstances, and we actually don't know why she had all these terminations? Why judge? But why is it that we cannot think and say, what if this person was in a shitty situation? Isn't it possible that a person can be sexually assaulted 11 times? Maybe not have the education, even in today's time, maybe not have the education to go get, take preventative measures to prevent pregnancy. Because if you're assaulted once, do you really think it's going to happen again? And I've said to you guys in another video that isn't it weird how people that have been AR'd once tend to get AR'd multiple times. It's like they have a sticker on them to say, this thing happened to me. And then people just keep on coming and doing the same horrific crime to them. It's very sad. But it happens, right? But what if her circumstances were really that bad? And I know for a fact, watching her reality show from the beginning, like I said, I watch this shit, guys, because I want to understand what's really happening, right? Before I make a video. She didn't have the most pleasant upbringing. And I think that's what has led her into being Umam Tunusa, whatever people call her. You know, the stripper lady or whatever. Being so visually promiscuous. I won't say physically because I don't know. I'm not with her sexually or whatever like that. But like visually. You understand? What if she had some troubles growing up? And nobody can say what was, unless she does, what was the time frame of her having those 11 terminations. You understand? You can have a miscarriage today and next week you're pregnant, depending on your cycle, depending on your body, depending on how things are working in your system. So we don't actually know the time frame of when these terminations happened, or what the actual reason was behind all of them. You understand? All we know is that she did have one child. Which is why I go back to the fact that my only question is, were all these terminations with different people? So I'm not going to judge Zodwa Wabantu for that. Because I do, in my heart of hearts, I do believe that there must have been something darker going on, something more sinister, something more tragic. Something I feel like she was in, maybe in some, or maybe even all, because it does happen. Maybe even all situations taken advantage of. So why would I judge her? Because let me tell you guys something, guys. When a woman goes to an abortion clinic, or even those that go to the back doors, where they could potentially lose their lives, they don't find themselves in those situations because, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. It's going to make me cool. Nobody goes to an abortion clinic because they want to. Nobody goes to the back doors because they want to. They go there because of the circumstances of their reality. And that's a fucking fact. So for some of you that are going to sit there and judge and say, ooh, oh my gosh. It's very sad. Because maybe you've never been in any of those situations or scenarios that have driven Zodwa Wabantu to actually go and get those terminations. I don't agree with her lifestyle. I don't even agree with her work. She makes a lot of money from being the Dunusa queen or Dunusa mama or whatever people call her out there. That's her thing. But what led her to actually get into that? And don't you think that maybe those terminations and whatever had happened within all those terminations has catapulted her into that life? For us to sit here and say, I judge you, how dare you, you should have gone for prevention, you should have done this. What if she couldn't have done that? What if all those terminations happened in a span of 3 years as a young girl who didn't know anything about the situation or was afraid to go and talk about the situation and so on and so forth? People don't actually fucking think about that type of shit. And I know that it has been said that Linda Carr has said another woman had terminated and she can't fall. That's a lie. It will always be a lie. It will always be on the internet, in my videos. It will always be a lie. So I will speak about it freely. I will never condone someone that makes that decision because you never know what a person's circumstances or situation is. And people react differently to different situations. So whether or not she had 11 or 22 abortions, that was her choice and she understands why. No woman goes into an abortion clinic with joy in their heart, sits there and says, today I'm terminating this baby because I gotta do this thing. I'm free at last. It's difficult. Whether they were having a traumatic experience, whether it was a financial experience, whether they're coming from an abusive experience. And it's very sad to see that women would judge her for that. She shared it on her reality show. Her reality show is unfiltered or uncensored or whatever the fuck it is. She shares everything, even her little dark witch stuff. So why wouldn't she share this part? But why wouldn't people consider the fact that there are so many different circumstances that could have led her to those abortions? Because I promise you this, as a woman, not being in that situation, but just as a woman, as a mother, I know for a fact. And before doing this video, I was reading up on the situations and watching some abortion videos from girls' testimonies. No woman goes into an abortion clinic wanting to because it's a joyous experience, or terminating in the back doors because it's a joyous experience. Yes, they know they could lose their lives. They know that. They know that. But some people are left without a choice and they feel like this is the only thing that I can do. Just imagine knowing for a fact that you are killing a life. You are. And then being persecuted for it because people don't actually understand where the fuck you came from, or what your situation was, or what your financial situation was, or who abused you, or so on and so forth. But they judge you. It's quite scary. So I just wanted to come out and say, personally, I don't judge Zodwa Wabantu. I don't know what her full story is, but I know that I did watch her reality show at the beginning, and her upbringing wasn't the most favorable. You know what I mean? So it does lead me to believe that maybe in all of those terminations, there was some situations that she was put in unwillingly. And then you look at her history and you look at the job that she has. It's like, is it so far-fetched to believe that people have probably taken advantage of her? Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have heard from Zodwa Wabantu, if she's ever been taken advantage of. So maybe we can conversate and understand the situation a little bit better. But let's not point the finger and let's not judge. Anyway, you guys, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And please don't forget to click on the thank you button because I would really appreciate it. Guys, if somebody is doing something to you, young girls, boys, everyone, just human beings in general that are watching this video, please report that situation if you are being taken advantage of, right? If you don't know what to do with a situation, if you have been taken advantage of, go, if you can't afford, right, to seek private medical attention, go to the clinic. At the clinic, they are going to judge you. They probably won't believe what your story is, But at the end of the day, get the help that you need, because who gives a fuck? Don't worry about sour nurses or whatever. You go and get the assistance that you need to get if it's free and it's available to you. Sort your situation out. And don't worry about people that are going to judge you for having 10,000 abortions if that's what you had to do. You know, there are some women that are rich that have had to terminate their pregnancies because their partners or their in-laws didn't want the children. It's different strokes for different folks. You just don't know what a person's situation or circumstance is. So you cannot sit there and judge. You cannot put yourself on a pedestal and judge. Whereas you're a person, and maybe you're not. You cannot do that shit. You're a disgusting human being. Forever judging anyone for the decisions that they make on their lives. The only person that can judge is God. We can have our opinions, but to come out and point blank say, I judge you, and yet you've got skeletons in your closet, cease. You're a disgusting bitch. That's it. Right? Anyway, you guys, if you haven't already, like I said before, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And please don't forget to click on the thank you button, because Linda Kai would absolutely appreciate it. I wish Wabantu all the best of luck. Maybe she is trying to turn her life around. She's doing all this ancestor stuff. I don't know. I hope that if she has experienced any traumatic sexual experiences in her life, that she will be able to get some healing from that. And I wish that every other woman that has actually had to go through not just one but multiple terminations of their babies, I'll pray for you and I wish you healing, because I can only imagine how devastating that is as a person that has lost a pregnancy, right? Once again, through my research, I don't believe that a woman walks into an abortion clinic because it's a fun thing, it's a party. Isimo. Circumstances, life will show you fucking flames. And who are you to judge? Even if you don't agree, I don't agree with Zodwa lifestyle or her job. But would I judge her for that? No. No. Anyway, guys.